champions. One more fight. The crowd remembers every name. Every hero changed the game. Through the pressure, through the fire, every winner reached higher. History is written frame by frame. Every champion earned their name. Storm, Lucky, Lost, and Masters, where legends come to play. Storm, Lucky, Lost, and Masters, a new hero every day. From the first row to the last, every moment built to last. Storm, Lucky, Lost, and Masters, forever in our hearts. Hey, hey! Jason Belmont showed the way. Kyle Troop lit up the stage. Carsten Hansen stood so tall. Matthias Ankerdahl inspired us all. AJ Johnson found his time. Jesper Svensson made it shine. Sean Rash wrote the latest page. Now another dream takes center stage. Who will lift the trophy high? Who will hear the crowd tonight? Every frame can change it all. Every champion starts so small. Storm, Lucky, Lost, and Masters, where history comes alive. Storm, Lucky, Lost, and Masters, where champions always rise. Another name will join them all, another legend standing tall. Storm, Lucky, Lost, and Masters, who's the next to wear the crown? Sean Rash, Jesper Svensson, hey, AJ Johnson, Matthias Ankerdahl, Carsten Hansen, Kyle Troop, Jason Belmont. Who's next?
Hear the call. Hear the silence. Hear the call. They are coming. From the north, south, east, west. Different countries, different roads. One destination, Helsingborg. Olympia, bowling. One dream, one goal, one title. Storm! Lucky, Lost, and Masters! as we stand. Champions gather from every land. Every journey, every mile has brought them here for one more trial. Every heartbeat, every frame, every player, every name. Tonight, the story starts again. Hear the call of the North, where champions rise under Scandinavian skies. Hear the call of the North, where legends are born and history lives forevermore. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters, hear the call of the North. Storm, Lucky, Larson, Masters. This is more than competition. This is tradition. This is family. Another name will enter the Hall of Champions. The lanes remember. The crowd remembers. Champions leave, but their names remain forever.
All right, here we go again. Squat number 11, second squat today here in Olympia Bowling Alley, Helsingborg. Wonderful weather, beautiful day. And it's lovely to be back into some action. We have a lot of good bowlers again. We have a former champion on the lanes, Karsten from Denmark, unless I'm wrong. We have some more PBA action as well. We have Andrew Hall now and streaming on lanes 13 and 14. We can see also Arnar Johnson is playing in there, and we can see Sean Rush on lane 15 and 16. Some other PBA guys arriving already in the bowling alley. We saw Andrew Anderson bowling before. We saw AJ Johnson just show by also in the bowling alley after taking a short nap in the hotel, looking fresh. And there's the replay for that last shot here on lane 16 on Sean Rush. Beautiful strike there. And I'm going to let you know how their global standings at the moment. General standings is Tomo Gabriel is on first place with 1488. Sitting on second, we have Noel Haglund Torgersen, 1474. Number 3 is Albin Gullstrand with 1473. Marcus Johnson, 1449. Then we find Carl Eklund, 1431. Alexander Tigerstrand with 1429. Robin Norberg, 1425. Oliver Dahlgren, 1416. Emil Svensson, 1413. And all the way up to the top 10, we have one more score of 1400. That's for Jacob Sitlacek from Czech Republic. A little bit of a lowing score pace this morning in the squat, but it was quite interesting to see. There was a little bit of more movement on the shape of the balls than we have seen on previous squats. There was a little bit more of reactive. There was a little bit more of movement into deeper lines. Some other interesting bowlers that we had also in the previous squad. We had Nora Johansson taking her first attempt. We also had a classic bowler, one of the best bowlers in the 90s and 2000 from Norway, Tore Torgersen. He managed to shoot 1300 and something. He actually ended up quite satisfied with his job. He hadn't thrown any balls since the month of April. Obviously, he was quite tired by the end. He had some muscle pain in the forearm, but he's probably going to try to give it a second try around Friday, more or less. And it's going to be fun to see Tori on the lanes again. And Chase Nadeau was bowling on the previous squad, so was Andrew Hall. But as I said, it was not a very high scoring squad in the morning. The only guy that did quite good was Mike On from Singapore, with a squad that it may be enough through the early birds. But again, it's going to be depending on how the scores go, any higher or any lower. Just sitting by my side, we have a very special guest. If somebody can tell us how to decipher the lanes, it's going to be the guy sitting at my right side, because he's actually the current leader of the tournament. Tomo, hello. Nice to see you here. I'm doing good. I'm having a lot of fun watching a lot of talented bowlers, and let's have some fun together, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
I see you're ready for the streaming. You forgot that there was no cameras pointing at us, so you went to the hairdresser for no reason.
Yeah, must have switched it up.
That's the nonsense that goes on the stream from time to time. But let's have a look around, don't we, Victor? Let's go on the left corner and see what goes on. First, we're going to see that shot from Andrew Hall, which is Turkey. We can see it on a replay. Bowling around 12 on the arrow, send the ball out somewhere in 6 on the breakpoint, throwing urethane, obviously. And that was a beautiful shot. Now we're back on 1 to 4. We find William Svensson, former Team Sweden, age 25, two-handed bowler. Very particular style, but very effective, very consistent. He's a very talented bowler. Let's have a look at him. He has the backswing is a little bit on the side compared to some other two-handeds. He's not as far to the side as it was a few years ago. It looked a little bit more like a tennis shot. He's so good. He's really, really capable of scoring high games. We see a lot of striking in this camera as well by Chase Nato with spare and 5 in a row. He has bowled quite a few squads, so he probably has a better idea on what to do now, especially on fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him before. He was asking me a bit how the lanes work here, since we have a bit more idea of how the lanes are breaking down, since we bowl here pretty much every day, and it looks like he's finding something.
Well, they are so good, so eventually they have to find something that really pays out well for them.
Yeah, I mean, they do this for a living, so definitely gonna find out something at one point.
Okay, carry on, Victor. Bring us to the next camera. See what do we see in there. Daniel Frisch, Jari Stipples, Erik Gurksson, Kilian Jonsson. Kilian has a very aggressive style with very, very high swing. Then we find Fiona from Germany. She's a two-handed bowler, pretty young, very talented. I believe if she gets her nerves under control, she has a type of game that could be very beneficial from the shape of the lanes.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at her on lane 8. That's starting to hook a little bit for her. It's time to move a little bit. Dan Harding also bowling in that pair. Started well with a triple spare strike, but now he's got a couple of big splits, open frames. Dan's been bowling quite good, but just not having the high squat yet.
Yeah, he's struggling with the splits in every game pretty much. As him being my roommate, I listen to it a lot every day.
Well, I think it makes sense. He's bowling reactive right from the beginning. Maybe they don't have urethane. He's bowling for motive. Maybe the urethane balls they have, they're not hooking enough or producing the shape he desires to get on. So he's choosing to bowl reactive from the beginning. We could see again on the warm-up he was using the spare ball to create a little bit of hole to his left side.
Yeah, it still seems to hook way too much for him. Maybe he's using the wrong ball or just hasn't found the line yet.
I think he hasn't really gone to a ball with a little bit more of surface, that even if it would move him a couple of boards deeper, he would blend a little bit the reaction when he misses in, and it would, it would give him the power when he misses in, but it wouldn't be so strong when he misses a little bit out. It wouldn't jump so aggressively.
Yeah, he should probably have a look in the bag and find something else. When I was bowling with him, the hysteria looked very good. But I think most of the bowlers, especially the motive ones, are going to struggle mostly in the early games. So there's just so much urethane on the lane, and they don't really have that.
And then we're going to have EJ and Ethan, and probably going to prove us wrong on that.
Yeah, probably.
That's going to be the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
So who else we have in there? We have Thomas McNeil also from the United States. And we have Tobias Bording from Germany. He's also a very talented bowler. But I think he scores more when the lanes open up and he's able to move a little bit deeper and just use the area.
Yeah, I think he likes the opening up, just like pretty much most of the USA players go left and hug the lane.
Okay, we can keep going if you want to. Into the next pairs, we find some striking also for Andrew Hall here, bowling, I don't know how many squads he bowled, but already quite a few.
I think that's his fourth squad now.
Fourth squad for Andrew Hall, and we have some strikes for Sean Reich as well. Just an open frame on frame 2, but then he had 5 in a row and 9 spare. And we have just one more camera to look at, which is the 17 to 20. We'll find out who else is bowling, and then we'll just stick around somewhere. So 17 to 20, we find Albin Wallström, Timon Habaka, Harry Davies, Noah Strandberg, Moritz Wickman, Karsten Hansen. That was the guy I was telling you. He was a champion. I don't know how many years ago. My memory is not working that good, but he was a former champion. There we have it. That was the first winner in Helsingborg. Cool. Age 33, champion in 2019, Karsten Hansen. Bowling on lane 19. And on 20 we find KG Lim and Lucas Svensson. All right, Victor, you can drive us whatever you want now. You can choose which kind of action you want us to comment on. It's good games, more or less, all around, so we can stick any way you want. So we're back on 13 to 16. We're going to see Andrew Hall, we're going to see Arnold Johnson, and obviously Sean Reich, see how it goes till the end of this game. So Sean Reich was a champion last year, 18 PBA Tour titles, age 44, currently bowling for Jopo Grips, which is one of the sponsors of this event and sponsoring all the replays we see today. And during the stream on the tournament, because Andrew Hall on lane 13 gets another strike. There we can see the ball around 13, not sending it too far out, playing quite straight. Tomo, what are you thinking? You're quite silent there.
Yeah, I'm just...
Don't analyze the match. Don't analyze the match. Just enjoy.
Looking what the other bowlers are doing right now.
I can see your eyes are so focused on gathering information more than commenting any of your thoughts.
Yeah, you know, I need to get ready for the final, so I'm gotta see where the pros are bowling.
Have you planned already for Saturday night, since probably you're not waking up too early on Sunday morning?
I mean, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Just enjoy the time here with people, meet new people.
Oh, Arnar Johnson, player for ES Jota. That's the local club, age 32. Taking a shot now on lane 14. That's pretty far outside. I don't think I've seen Arnar bowling that far outside ever in my life, but that's what the lane demands. That's what he can do. He was releasing the ball somewhere around 7-8 in the arrow, sending it out to around 3-4 down the break point, and it was a beautiful strike there for Arnar Johnson.
I think he's gonna definitely start striking more when he's gonna move left with that reactive. He loves playing that.
Now let's have a look at his second shot there in lane 14. Little bit deeper. Yeah, he missed deeper in this one. He didn't have any hole. So we can see before we set 7-8, this one is more 9-ish. Breakpoint was a little bit deeper as well, and the ball never stood a chance. So we're going to have a look also at how Karsten Hansen and Lucas Svensson can finish this game. They're both with a triple and a double. Actually, Karsten has double, triple, double entering the 10th, so he can strike out for 257, while Lucas Svensson is looking at the potential 246.
That's a very high swing.
Nice strike for him. Let's give a little bit of technical information to the people who's watching. As you just commented, that was a very high swing. I could say that's actually what happens when you do push away a little bit earlier. The brain is going to realize you're not going to have enough time in the foul line between your foot and the ball as a one-hander, so the brain demands to pull a little bit higher on the backswing in order to get that extra time on the foul line. That's something that happens very automatically. You can see it's a 5-step approach, down on 2, so he has to have a very high swing, otherwise the ball will reach the foul line before the feet does. So as you can see, if you're one of those amateur bowlers that try to learn and improve on your technique, I would say timing is the #1 thing you need to fix in order to get proper balance on the lane and learn to let the ball do the job instead of you using the muscles in the arm. And in order to make sure that happens, my tip of the day is going to be never check your timing on the first 2 or 3 steps. Always check it on the foul line. When your sliding foot is flat on the floor and almost reaching the foul line, you want to see the ball still pretty much parallel to the floor. So that's going to give you enough time to secure your body, secure your balance, and then you're going to have an automatic, what the pros call the lag on the swing. So the swing doesn't go back and comes back. The swing goes back, stops, and then naturally falls down back. When you accomplish that is when you become much more consistent and accurate on your bowling, and that was the tip of the day, sponsored by myself. You want to add anything to that?
Not a one-hander, so probably not.
Okay, we can talk two-handers if you want to. A very clear example of what you want to do as a two-hander if you don't really want to run a lot on the lane, it would be Ethan Fury. In this case, I'm going to use the beginning of the timing to check. If you compare Ethan Fury to most of the two-handers, he does his push away forward in what we would call step 3 on a 5-step approach. That means he's making the push away nearly 1 step later than most of the two-handers. And that's what explains why he doesn't need to go that fast on the approach. And he has such a good balance on the foul line.
Yeah, I think he's definitely one of the smoothest two-handers I've seen ever bowl.
But again, everything is related with timing.
Yeah,
He does the push away so late, he has all the time in the world, he doesn't need to rush any muscle, not even on the legs.
Yeah, I've been working on that in the last month and it paid off.
It did pay off, man. Look at your score over there, 1488. I think if I bowl today, I need 8 games to reach that.
Yeah, I still can't believe this happened. I mean, 2 years ago, I came to this tournament with 2 bowling balls. And now, 2 years later, I'm...
How many balls you have now? How many balls you have now?
Too much to count.
So from 2 balls, you went to 10 balls?
Nah.
And you improved 200 pins. So that means if instead of 1 ball, I bring 10 balls next year, maybe I shoot 16 on them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, big chance.
No, I don't think so. Back to nonsense, but let's have a look at the current top 6. Tomo sitting here on my right side, 1488, Noel 1474, Albin 1473, Marcus Johnson 1449, Carl Eklund 1431, Alexander 1429. That's the current standing right before this squad we are bowling now. Okay, so game 1, it's almost done. We just have lane 17 and 18 ending the 10th frame. As soon as that is done, we will click on that refresh button and we will have a look at the current standings and we'll let you know how things are going. While I look around, I see a 221 for Lucas Benson, 227 for James Blomgren, 226 for William Gurkson, 247 for Andrew Hall, 237 for Chase Nader, 245 for Karsten Hansen, 226 for Sean Reich, bowling on 17 now. Oh, 12, sorry. Thank you, Victor. I think I definitely need to go and check my eyes as soon as I arrive Barcelona. I don't see anything, not even with the glasses. I could explain why I couldn't find the pocket, right? I'm looking at one board and I see 3 instead.
Yeah, then you shouldn't get your eyes checked out.
We've seen also on lane 11, we have Caitlin. She's leaving in Helsingborg, studying, if I'm not wrong, she's going to be studying and living here for 1 full year. She's very happy to be in Helsingborg and have found Olympia bowling alley. She loves it in here. She can practice a lot and do a lot of content online as well. There goes Don Harding on lane 12. Beautiful shot there for Don Harding.
I really think he needs to relax a bit more. When I play with him, he's just trying to get as much out of it as possible, which is quite... I think one of the most common mistakes you see a lot of, especially young two-handers do. All they're interested is that the ball spins fast.
That's one of the tips I give to my students as well. Whatever you can produce on your rep rate, never go for that 100%. Stick to 75, 80%, and it's a lot easier to repeat. The balls we have today, they work so much and they do so much for you, you don't really need to push yourself to go at 100% power all the time.
Yeah, I mean, when I built my squad, I didn't even look at my rev rate or care about it. I was just like, aim at the target, hit your spot, and relax. And well, that seems to be working perfectly.
Let the action happen. I mean, that's another thing when you don't have your thumb on the ball, you're just holding it with your wrist completely cupped. As soon as you get to the foul, and if you simply relax, the weight of the ball is going to do the yo-yo for you, so you don't really have to force it. All right, we have spare for Sean Rush. Nice shot there by Arner on lane 10. Beautiful strike. That makes it front 3 for him.
Yeah, we're seeing way more strikes now than in the opening game 1. Triple for Dan as well.
Beautiful shot there for Dan.
Using the lethal venom.
He's very talented. Very clean release.
Kind of reminds me of EJ. His technique.
It's the English version, eh?
Yeah, the English EJ.
The English EJ. So we move to lanes 5 to 8. We find James Blomgren, world champ, European champ. Super fantastic bowler, I should say. Super consistent. One of those guys that if he finds a spot, it's almost impossible to beat.
Yeah, definitely. And a nice guy overall.
It's a very nice guy, definitely. Definitely. He's just going to take a shot now on lane 6, so we can see how beautiful it does. Little bit old school, lefty, obviously. And from time to time, I'm moving my eyes also to follow one of my friends. She just arrived yesterday bowling her first squad from Germany, Fiona Lindemann. She's got front 3 actually on 3 and 4. It's good. She didn't have a very high first game, 179, but she's also so talented when she finds it. And that was a beautiful shot there for James Blomgren. Look at that beautiful action, that beautiful release, perfect balance. All that typical lefties, elegant way of doing.
So smooth off the ball.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna have a quick checkout on the scoring pretty soon, and we'll let you know how are the standings at the moment. So we have Andrew Hall, 47 over. Karsten Hansen, 45 over. Chase Nader, 37 over. James Blomgren, 27. Sean Rush, 26. William Gerkson, 226. Lucas Benson, 221. Thomas McNeil, 213. William Spenson, 213. And Killian Johnson from Belgium is now on the 10th spot of this particular squad with 210. We see some more striking going on now, so we can expect a little bit of push on the scoring pace in for quite so many bowlers.
Yeah, we see Arnar with the front 4, Dan with the front 4, Fiona and James also going for the front 4. Definitely way more strikes than the first game.
Also, we have spare double for Fabian Rolson, spare double for Chase. Strike spare double for Eddie Gugson. So a little bit of striking here and there. We're going to follow the action all around and we'll let you know. And obviously we will switch to any camera if we see something really is going on or really that's something we need to show you. So there goes James on lane 5. He delivers and strike for him.
Didn't seem to quite like it. So.
No, the body language was like something was off, but the ball did.
Did its job.
Yeah. Nice action there on the wrist for KG Lim. We see Noah Stromberg taking the spare on the 10-pin. Now we can see how Lucas Benson takes his shot on lane 3.
Landing really left with the urethane. Really.
And that could probably explain the 7 standing and the 5-pin showing his nose before falling down. But we'll see the spare and have a look at what goes on with Fiona as well in the next shot. Another strike there for KG Lim. That's
barely takes it.
Very light. That's taking care of the pins and not breaking them. I'm sure the staff prefers that than old school breaking them down.
Yeah. See if Fiona can get the first one. Doesn't seem
Hook.
to like it.
Yeah, that was a little bit to the right. That explains the